So we are just getting ready. Everything is super late again tonight. We had a 5:30 game, and obviously you can tell it's not 5:30, but ice has just been made. Zam doors are just being closed, and they're going to let the boys out on the ice, being led by Ashton. So Ashton Solar leading the boys out onto the ice tonight. I believe all boys are back. I know we had a couple football players. So Vinny Cradaville, congratulations on a big win for Pequot today in high school football, and Hayden Fort's season came to a close as the Crosby Ironton Rangers lost to Aiken today also in section, but Hayden has made it back up here, so he'll be playing here this evening with the boys again. And Rock Ridge coming out in their tryout grays, so they are still also in the tryout process, and so they've got a couple of groups of teams coming out and playing in their tryouts. So both teams playing with something on the line for each of the players. So I think from what I've been told or what I've gathered talking to people here today, this afternoon or this evening, they're going to cut periods down to 15 minutes to try to shorten up the game a little bit, and only a 3-minute warm-up. So we started with 3 minutes as the boys came out. I'm not sure who will start in the net for the Lightning. I see Ashton's in there right now, but we'll have to see as we go forward. So it looks like tonight's game has Ashton, Wyatt, and Sully as the 3 tendies, which means Hunter Nash is sitting this one out, and I see him over on the bench already. But I'm sure they'll do the same as last night, 1 period apiece. So long day for the boys, lots of rest. Hopefully they took in a bunch of water, gonna have a little fun with it. But we will have about 15 seconds before buzzer goes off, pucks will get picked up, and we'll kick this off. All right, 15 minutes up on the clock. So like I said, shortening up the periods a little bit, trying to move the game along a little. They do have 2 games scheduled after this. One of them was scheduled to start at 8:45, and if you do the math, you know that's going to be probably a 10:30 start for that last game between Proctor and International Falls. So going to be an ugly night if they can't find a way to pick up a little bit of time. I don't know if they've got ice available to even push that to tomorrow morning, so we'll have to wait and find out. But I do know that tomorrow's game is against International Falls. I believe it's currently scheduled as a 1 o'clock start time over at the Fairgrounds Arena, so we'll be out of here. I don't know if I'll stream that one or not, just being honest about it. It's really hard to stream in there. There's not a lot of space, and it's really tight, but I'll try to see what we can do. All right, so it looks like Ashton Solar will start in the net for the Lightning. Forwards look to be Bronzell, Ricola, and Murda, with Olsen and Rochelle the defensive pair. Puck dropped, pushed to the side. Rochelle going to step up, play this one down deep into the offensive end. Rockridge picking it up there, pressure by Murda on the puck carrier. Rotating it on the end while Murda's still pressuring. Finally bounces off to the far side where Ricola engages. Rockridge comes out. Going to cross ice pass. Bronzell able to get a stick on, chip it away. Pushes it back towards Olsen, but too far. Olsen going to pick it up on the end wall. Rotating it, but picked up by Rockridge. Olsen sweeps it off their stick, trying to chip it forward, has it taken off. Bronzell going to bang the player as the puck comes up to the point. Shot coming over the top of everything. Bounces off the far side. Bronzell to pick it up, backhands it. Stopped at the point. Picked up there and flipped out by Rochelle. Rochelle's pushing it up ice as a few players change behind him. Rockridge going to regroup and come out. Good poke there by Willie Martin, and Blake Rowell's able to take it off the stick. Blake Rowell carries in, pushed into the corner, still working on the end boards. Rowell centering pass, unable to get through the Rockridge defense though. Puck pushed up to Trinka. Trinka has it taken off his stick. Trinka and Mel's the defensive pair in now. Mel's bangs it up loose and off the back wall where Blake Rowell will pick that up. Send it up ice, cross ice pass towards Martin. Behind him, Martin picking it up there. Mel's able to tip it across, trying to get it to Trinka, and the puck gets thrown into the opposite corner. Rockridge centering pass, trickles in on Solar. Oh, good job by the defense to get that one pushed away and pushed out of the defensive end for the Lightning. Rockridge regrouping now, comes in, dumps the puck from the center line, rolling around the end walls where Trinka will pick it up far corner. Trinka still has it in his feet on the half wall. Puck gets pushed back on Trinka's stick, bounces it off, trying to get it to Molesky, but unable to. Shot comes and stirred to the side by Solar. Oh, good stick there. That's Kobiantis able to stick that one away, but a couple of shots on the rebound, and Ashton's able to glove that down and get us a face-off. 12:46 remaining here in the first period. Lightning will have a face-off to the left of Solar in their defensive end. Line change now. I'll try to pick them up. Looks like Ford is out there with Wiecek at center and Molesky as the forward. Oh, Molesky gets tangled up there as he's trying to carry the puck around the end. Bangs into Wesky. Puck to the point, rotating far side. Shot coming. Not sure if that one made it through or not. Braden McLaughlin in defense there right now. McLaughlin rotating it around. Loses it there off Wesky. Able to sweep it to the side though, where Fort will pick that up. Fort up ahead to Wiecek. Wiecek now pressuring the Rockridge player, but it's lost there in the neutral zone. Finally picked up by Molesky. Molesky carries it across the red line, dumps it in and goes for a change. Wiecek to follow him as Fort puts on the pressure. Puck coming up the near half wall, chipped forward. Easton Hines out there with Nathan Betley. Puck poked down deep as Rockridge regroups. Betley pressuring, puck going around the far boards where Rochelle will pick it up on the half wall. Rochelle and Olsen back as a defensive pair. Puck rotated back to Fort off of his stick. Olsen stepping up, trying to flip that one forward. Flips it past Fort though and ends up on Rockridge's stick. Puck, Olsen pressuring Oh, we're going to have a situation for odd man rush here. Zach Rochelle puts his body down, stops that shot. Olsen flips it forward. Puck comes out. Pertiche now trying to get around. Pertiche to Betley. Betley carrying it in. Betley, look, working his way behind the net. Betley behind the net with the puck. Trying to get it to the point, but can't get it quite far enough out. Rockridge coming back up ice now. Just going to dump it the far side for them. Olsen to pick it up here, banging it off the board for Pertiche. Olsen puts a body on, and Betley picks up the puck. Betley being ground against the half wall on the far side. Puck sitting there and finally thrown out of the defensive end, but onto a Rockridge stick. Rockridge coming back in. Olsen picking it up. Has it slapped off his stick, though. Solar pushes it to the side for Rochelle. Rochelle going to bounce it off the end board to Olsen. Olsen back to Rochelle. Rochelle looking for the pass forward to Murda. Just a little bit out of his reach, so Murda will put the pressure on, and Rockridge will regroup in center. Rochelle now trying to keep the puck out of the zone. Rockridge with the puck. Murda stepping back on defense to help. Bronzell with him. Puck coming across. Shot and in. Shot high blocker side and in. So with 10:13 remaining here in the first, the Lightning find themselves down 1-0. So it's going to be a tough Rockridge team. I was told pregame this is a very physical group. This tryout group, very physical. So we'll see how that plays out as the game goes on. Murda in for the faceoff with Bronzell and Ricola. Puck sitting on the dot. Trinka and Mel's, the defensive pair. Skates around Trinka, carries it behind the net. Murda putting pressure on and helping. Mel's puck gets wrapped around. Bronzell able to tip that puck away. Trinka fighting along the far side, but Murda to carry it on the end boards. Banks it far side for Bronzell. Bronzell going to try to pick that up. Chipping it forward, but Rockridge able to put a stick on it. Trinka behind the net with the puck. Throws it up to Murda. Murda carries forward. Backhand pass. Oh, just barely out of the reach of Bronzell. Murda now in the corner, trying to find the point, but can't. Takes a shot there as Rockridge turns it the other way. Ricola doing a good job to get back and help on defense. Sweeps the puck off a stick. Shot on Solar into the corner. Puck pushed up the far half wall. Chipped out. Rockridge regrouping in the neutral zone. Bronzell there, stepping in, almost puts a hit on him, but pulls up. Puck rotates for Mel's. Mel's going to pick it up and take a hit. Trinka back behind the net now too. Back to Mel's. Mel's flipping it towards the center, but unable to clear. Puck gets rotated back down deep by Rockridge. So, we're going to have a penalty called there on probably, I think that's Kobiantis. So 2-minute penalty there coming up, so the Lightning will find themselves short-handed. I'll see Bronzell and Ricola with Molesky and McLaughlin, the 4 penalty killers for the Lightning. Puck dropped, sitting in the dot, swept back by Molesky. McLaughlin there takes a bump, and Rockridge comes out with the puck. Rotated up to the point. Pushed down the half wall, centering pass for the one-timer. Good job by Bronzell to get his stick in the way of that and push the puck out of the zone. Bronzell putting pressure on. Rockridge resetting back behind, coming in. Good job by Bronzell, or by Ricola there to stop that advance. They're going to rotate side to side. Bronzell stops that one, and now Rockridge will gain the zone. Drop back to the point. Another push down into the near corner, rotates around, where Molesky will work to pick it up, rotating it this direction. Looking for an exit, going to fire it out. Oh, he's trying to hit Ricola there on the backside, running, and Ricola's going to hustle back into the defensive end. Puck drop back to the point as Rockridge resets, comes off their stick. Bronzell going to jump and look to see if he can get it to Ricola. Oh, able to get it down deep into that end, and Rick pressure while the rest of the line changes behind him. So Rockridge looking to set up. I see Martin out there now with Wesky and Rochelle, the defensive pair. Good poke there by Martin to keep things at the blue line. Rockridge will throw it off the far half wall. Carries it down to the corner, tips it there. Ricla, going to bank it off the wall and down. We'll probably have icing here, but it'll give Rick a chance to change and get the fourth Lightning defender out there. I believe it's going to be Hayden Fort. So 7:24 remaining here in the first. Lightning trail by 1. Not a lot of shots. 4 shots recorded for Rockridge, none for the Lightning yet, and 33 seconds left on the penalty to Yontis. Face-off pushed out of the zone. We have Martin and Fort pressing the puck carrier. Fort now putting pressure on. Puck carrier goes around Martin, and we're going to have 3-on-2 into the defensive end. Comes around. Oh, what a great save there by Solar. Not sure how he saved it. It was that good, but shot coming. Backhand shot. Glove down on the deflection by Solar. Hey, nice job, Ashton. Great job picking up a bunch of rebounds and a really tough shot there. So 6:55 remaining here in the period. 4 seconds left on the penalty to Yontis. See Rao in to take the face-off with Martin. Face-off one back by Rockridge. Brought to the line. Oh, Rao almost able to break that one, spin it out. Wesky picks it up. Wesky's going to push. He's got Yontis to go with him. Wesky taking the shot. It's steered to the side. Kobe going to pick the puck up in the corner. Kobe looking to get that shot in. Following Martin. Has it banged off his stick, and Rockridge is going to push back the other way. Goes around Shell. Shot and into the net. So high shot there. Made it over Ashton's shoulder and into the net. And the Lightning find themselves down 2-0 with 6:28 remaining here in the period. We check in at center. Fort and Molesky, I believe, to be the wings. Defensive pair is Trinka and Mells. Puck comes up the left-hand side here. Fort trying to carry it around the end. Has it banged off his stick. Molesky on the far corner. They're taking up 2 players. Fort tips it back to Molesky. Molesky looking to get it around front. Back to the point to Mells. Mells rips one, but shoots it off the shoulder of a defender. Picked up on the sidewall there by Fort. Fort pushes it. Trinka gets knocked down. Puck gets thrown towards the net. Deflected to the side by Wiecek. Wiecek takes a shot in the corner, but the puck able to be held by Fort. Oh, the puck gets thrown up center ice and out. Mells to pick that up there with Trinka. Mells comes up the near side, half wall. Cross ice pass, but unable to get it to anyone. Stuck in some feet, and Fort will flip it down deep into the Lightning offensive end. So puck comes up the corner on the half wall, picked up by Rockridge. Pressing back. There's Bentley just fresh on the ice, trying to pick it off and attack, but loses it. We have Mells against the puck carrier. Oh, good defense there by Nathan Bentley to get back and interrupt that centering pass. Puck rolls up the half wall towards the point, turned back down deep by Rockridge. Mells able to tip it off their stick. Fort out there still with Bentley. Puck gets rotated around behind Trinka. Oh, we're going to have we got lucky, no tripping penalty called there. Puck gets chipped out front, loose in front still, and on net where it's gloved down by Ashton. So Solar able to glove that one down, get a stop with 4:48 remaining here in the first period. Puck dropped, won by Rockridge, pushed up to the point. Pertiche able to put a stick on that and stop to pass down to the corner, but unable to keep it there, and Rockridge will push it down deep. Wesky puts a hit on. The puck stuck behind the net, now picked up by Rockridge. They rotate the far side. Oh, picked off by Pertiche. Pertiche going 1-on-3 the other direction. Pertiche going to pick it up in the corner, take a little shot there. He's got Hines with him. And Murda there, back to Hines. Hines in the corner, takes a shot, loses a puck there. Puck cross ice pass coming out. Wesky now lining up with the Rockridge player as he skates it into the zone, puts him into the boards, and the puck gets picked up by Murda. Murda tries to hit Hines, and the puck comes off his stick and rolls all the way back. No icing here as they'll catch up to this. Lightning changing behind the play. Pass comes wide, picked up by Rochelle. Rochelle's going to carry that one in. Stops there, tries to throw one towards the net and gets stick down. Murda trying to get into it and can't quite make it. Bronzell trying to hold the zone, but the puck comes out on the far side up the middle. Puck carrier working against Zach Rochelle. Zach keeps him out, forces him wide. Centering pass, good job by Solar to push that into the corner. Puck rotated the far half walls. Olsen out there right now with Rochelle. Puck thrown forward to Ricola. Ricola from Rochelle. Ricola going to push one-on-one. He's got Bronzell backside. Ricola shoots high. Bronzell tips it back to Ricola. Comes off of his stick and up the half wall. Olsen going to take a shot there as he's trying to keep the puck in. Puck comes back out to Rochelle. Rochelle up to Olsen. Olsen on the near half wall. Goes shoulder to shoulder with the defender. Bronzell taking a hit now. Things are starting to get a bit more physical, so kind of lining up to what we had said. Puck centered by Ricola, but unable to get to Bronzell. And now we have Rochelle and Mells, the defense. Rick comes down, puts a hit on the puck carrier. And we're going to have a penalty called on Rick. So with 2:27 remaining here in the first, Rick's going to go to the box. I'm not sure what they're calling for the penalty. They didn't really give a signal on it. So penalty kill for the Lightning is Yontis and Rochelle with Wesky and Fort. So Rochelle trying to throw it up the sidewall, rotated there, comes back to the point. Yontis pressuring. Puck skips off of the defender, or off of the Rockridge player, excuse me. Rochelle able to get it out. Rochelle feeding it up this side for Fort, who tips it down deep. Fort going to work into the corner there. Now Fort working with 2 or 3 guys. Fort centering pass towards Yontis. Unable to get it a shot off, though. And they finally, Rockridge gains control. So Rockridge coming up the near wall. Yontis going to put a shoulder on him. And Wesky going to bang it back down. And we're going to have an icing now on that one. So 1:41 remaining here in the period. And the faceoff will come down deep in the Lightning end. 1:14 remaining on the penalty to Ricola. Murda in with Molesky and McLaughlin and Bronzell. So Molesky working behind the net, has a puck finally knocked off his stick. Rockridge working the puck around and out to the point, jumps over his stick. It's a foot race now for Bronzell. Bronzell going to put pressure on and force them to return all the way back. Coming up the near side. Entering up center. Offsides. So good job by Bronzell there to make him change directions and causing an offsides. 43 seconds left on the penalty and 1:10 here in the first. Lightning still trail by 2. Murda in for the faceoff. Puck. Must be something with the equipment there as an issue. All right, puck dropped again. Pushed into the Lightning defensive end. Picked up there by Molesky. Molesky going to push it around, try to carry with some speed. Molesky coming up ice, shorthanded. Crosses over behind everybody. Shot on net and glove down. So good individual effort there by Peyton Molesky to run that puck from end to end and burn off a bunch more time. 26 seconds remaining there on the penalty and 53.5 here in the period. Murda back in for the face-off. Face-off won by Rockridge. Murda picks it off their stick, though. takes a bump against the half wall and goes back in. Murda wrestling with two of their players. Finally, it comes out. Rockridge coming in, pushes the puck towards the net where Solar will pick it up. Solar will cover it up, gets sprayed a little bit, and guys take some exception to that. 12 seconds remaining on the penalty. Puck drop sitting on the dot, finally pushed out by Rockridge to the point. Shot coming far side. Oh, comes off of Molesky's side as he turned when that shot was made. McLaughlin trying to get his stick on there. Puck gets pushed down deep. Rick out of the box now. Centering pass picked up by Rick. Stuck inside the Rockridge player's feet, and here comes Rick. Rick fresh out of the box, making a move there, backside, coming in. Tries to stuff that one home, has Bronzell standing in front of the net with him, and Yontis, but unable to do anything. And here comes Rockridge back the other way with 5 seconds to go. Oh, good job by Blake Rao to take that shot. Blake Rao's been a shot blocking magnet the last 2 games. I think he's taken 3 or 4 of them. So with that, first period ends. Lightning find themselves trailing 2-0. Shots extremely low, 6 shots for Rockridge and 2 for Northern Lakes. So pretty low shooting game so far. So we'll take a short intermission break and we'll be back. All right, welcome back. Short intermission break. The Lightning are going to come out. I see Rick on the ice with Murda and Bronzell. Defensive pair looks like Olsen and Rochelle. Puck's dropped. Puck pulled back into their end by Rockridge. Murda attacking on the end boards as Rockridge tries to exit up the near side. Rick and Rochelle unable to hold it. Olsen stepping in with the backhand to keep it out. Rockridge would be offsides right now, so they're going to pull back and regroup and enter on the other side. Good skates there by Bronzell, and Murda will pick the puck up from him. Murda across to Rochelle, where he gets banged off the puck. Olsen now working with that puck carrier, ties him up. Bronzell with the puck looks to exit to Rick. Rick chips it around him. Rick going to come in one-on-one. Oh, off the blocker. Murda in the corner with Rick. Puck rotated around the near side. Rochelle stepping in to pinch it on the half wall. Bronzell rolling back. Rick picking it up in the corner. Stand up there with Rick and the Rockridge player, and Murda puts a hit on. Rick going to pick the puck up there. Still standing on the goal line. Pass behind to Murda. Murda going to try to pick that one up in the corner, rotating it back the other way. Center to Bronzell. Bronzell fires it, and then to Rick. Rick in the side here. Rick working along that edge. Dumps it up to Rochelle. Rochelle going to throw it towards the net. Deflected wide by Bronzell. Rick picking it up on the goal line. Going to try to step it forward again. Rick still working down in the corner. Rotates to Murda. Murda back to Rick. Rick behind the net, rotating it back to Murda. Quick centering pass, but Bronzell's back was turned. Puck gets rolled far side and out of the zone. Olsen going to hustle back to go get this puck. Picks it up there behind the net. Does a stop. Comes back. Flips the puck towards the point. Rockridge holds. Onto Rochelle's stick. Rochelle trying to hit Martin on the far side. Rockridge in control, passes to center ice. Olsen there, steps around Olsen. Shot coming. We have Pearson in the net right now for the Lightning. I missed that change, sorry. Puck behind the net. Pushed around, rotated towards the front, to the point. Shot coming off of Olsen. Olsen battling along the half wall. Ties it up there. Puck gets picked out there by Rick. Rick trying to exit, but ends up on a Rockridge player, and then Rick picks his pocket and carries it up the other way. Rick's got Martin going with him, but he's coming in against 3. Rick gets rubbed off, and the puck gets rotated around to the other half wall where Martin's going to engage, rotating it towards the point for Trinka. Puck gets pushed past him, though, and Yantis will pick it up in the Lightning defensive end. Yantis trying to exit the zone and has the puck pushed around him. Trinka now getting back in there. Trinka forward to Martin. Martin looking for Raub. Pass onto the Rockridge stick, and we have an offsides as 42 was late clearing the zone. 12:02 remaining here in the second period. Lightning trailing by 2. Yantis in at center. Rao and Martin the wings. Mells and Trinka the defense. Puck won back by Rockridge, fired down deep. Trinka pushing in there as the puck rotates around to Mel's side. Puck coming up to the point. Rao blocking that one off the side of his skates and into the far corner. Mel's putting a hit on there as the puck comes loose. Peterson pushes that puck to the side. Puck behind the net still loose. Peterson pushes it away again, and Rao will pick it up, bring it up the half wall, throws it in the air, trying to hit Martin. Martin will chase down and put pressure on the Rockridge player. Rotating now, Yantis stepping in. Yantis going to put the pressure on now. Got 3 Rockridge players in the corner there with Kobe and Willie working to help get that puck out of the corner. Martin now pressuring the puck carrier behind the net. Martin puts him into the boards. Yantis now again against the back wall, putting a couple guys into the boards. Yantis continuing to work. As the puck finally comes up the near half wall. Rockridge exits then up the center. It's like Molesky is playing defense there. Shot. Wyatt makes a save on that. Good save there. I think that one, I can't tell whose foot that came off of, but Rockridge trying to pass it to himself off the net. Puck sitting loose in front. Molesky going to grab it and try to gather things up here and reset. Trinka now picking the loose puck up, setting it off for Blake. And Blake trying to hit Martin, but ends up icing the puck, and we'll have a face-off now deep in the Lightning defensive end. 10:25 remaining here in the period. Lightning trail by 2. McLaughlin, Wethke. Hard time seeing some of the other numbers and players here. I see Wethke, I see McLaughlin, Molesky, Fort, and Wiechek. Puck onto Molesky's stick. He rotates hard behind the goal, and he's going to push this up ice. Molesky coming up, centering pass. Oh, trying to hit Wiechek there, and we're going to have an icing. Hard pass to catch there straight up in front, but with 10:02 remaining, we'll have a face-off again down deep in the Lightning defensive end. Wesky in for this face-off. Puck won back by Wesky. Chip forward by McLaughlin. Rockridge on the half wall. Picks up the puck. Shot on net. Blocked by Peterson. Picked up now by Molesky. Again, Wiecek helping on the half wall. Quick shot coming. Poked forward by Wesky. Ooh, big shot there on Wiecek. We're going to have a penalty called on that. So I'm not exactly sure what the penalty is, but we'll have a penalty called on that play. .9:38 remaining here in the second period. Lightning trail 2-0. Power play for the Lightning is going to consist of Rao at center, Murda and Ricola, the forwards, Martin and Molesky, the defense. Face off, sitting in the circle, tip back to Molesky, Molesky to Murda. Murda trying to get that down to Rao behind the net. Rao tips it back to Murda. Murda back to Rao. Rao going to general this from behind the net. Centering pass. Oh, good centering pass towards Martin. Picked up by Murda. Murda to Molesky. Molesky to Rick. Ricklet back towards Molesky. Molesky going to step in and shoots it over the net. Murda going to pick up on the right side here. Push it back to Rao. Rao has it jump his stick, and Rockridge is going to take it, throw it off the heels of his own player. Rao working to get the puck back on the end wall. Murda stepping in as the puck's thrown off the half wall and out. Molesky with one on him. Molesky pushes the other way hard. Pass towards Rao off the end of his stick. Rockridge going to take it, fire it in. Rick going to kick it to the side and pick the puck up and carry it behind his net to reset. Rick to Molesky. Loose puck here, finally controlled by Rockridge. Oh, we're going to have a trip called. We're going to have a trip called there on Martin. So with 8:33 left in the period and 55 seconds left on that penalty, the Lightning will go down to 4 men as well. So we'll have 4-on-4 for 55 seconds, and then there'll be an abbreviated Rockridge power play of 1:05. Penalty kill for the Lightning will, sorry, not a penalty kill. We're even strength, 4-on-4. So Ricola and Murda, McLaughlin and I think Molesky there. Ricola with the puck, trying to exit this one. Loses it off his stick, and here comes Rockridge the other way. McLaughlin, wide shot there. Coming up is Molesky. Molesky pushing forward to Rick. Rick picking that one up, trying to Gretzky curl there, and the puck gets tossed up ice where McLaughlin will hustle over and pick it up. McLaughlin goes cross ice towards Murdoch, but he can't handle it, and Rockridge carries it in off. Oh, not offsides. They give him the shot off the shoulder of Peterson and into the corner. Picked up by Molesky. He'll put the brakes on, rotate to McLaughlin. McLaughlin to Rick. Rick coming up the middle here, or up this edge, working it. Murda in the middle. Oh, centering pass ends up off to Rochelle on the far side. His shot gets deflected and wide. Okay, Rockridge now at full strength. Ricola shoots. Oh, off the shoulder and the ear of the goalie and over the net. And now the Lightning find themselves on the penalty kill for another 50 seconds. So, shot, backdoor pass. Rochelle with the puck here now, centers it up, hits Rick. Rick coming up ice. Rick making a little move. Short-handed shot off to the right of the goalie. Bronzell out there, back to Ricola. Ricola puts it on net again. Bronzell going to pick a backhand shot towards the net. Rockridge finally going to pick that up and control it. So we have Rochelle and Olsen now on defense. Rochelle with the puck carrier, rotated towards the middle. Bronzell picking it up, throwing it up and out of the zone. Yantis putting pressure on. Puck rotates in. 9 seconds left here on the power play for Rockridge. Shot coming. Blocker saved by Peterson to the side. Rockridge on the half wall. Here comes Martin out of the box and into the play. Rockridge circling. Cross ice pass. Knocked to the side by Peterson. So I don't know if the Lightning have figured out that they're at full strength yet. Centering pass. Olsen tying up the guy on the side there. Rockridge still in control. Good stick by Martin to get that puck out of the zone. You get a change. Shot coming. Pushed to the side. Another shot coming. Kicked off by Peterson. Finally Fort tipping it to Martin. Lightning had some confusion there as they were trying to make a change. Fort in there now. Martin changing. Wiechek comes on. Rockridge rotating it here on the near half wall. Cross ice pass, far side, off the board. Olsen picking it up, trying to throw it off the side wall, loses that. Wiechek there picking up the puck carriers. He kicks it over. Olsen with it on the back, on his stick. Backhand pass into the feet of Fort, so he didn't know it was there. Cross ice pass by Rockridge. 5:20 and counting here in the period. Rochelle going to step up and take this puck up the side to try to get it out, but can't. Here comes Rockridge back. Pass, Olsen tips to the side. Rockridge with the puck there in the corner. Picked up now. Passed forward, chipped up off the boards there by Fort, and picked up by Yontis. Yontis going to carry that up into the zone, and offsides as Yontis made a move, and Trey came offsides. So long shift out there for some of them, so good line change opportunity, but lost them in attack. So for the Lightning now, Wesky at center. I see Fort. Defense is Trinka. And the other forward is Trey Wiechek. Other defense is Mel's. So Mel's and Trinka is the defense. Face off now, glove down by the goalie, so face off here to his right. Way too many gray jerseys out there right now, so. There we go. Wesky in for this face-off. Puck dropped, one back to Trinka. Trinka has it bouncing around on him. Goes to dump it down deep. Rotates it down, but Rockridge takes it from behind the net. Wiechek working up that far side half wall. Rockridge in control. Exit pass, diagonal. No ice. They're going to call a tip there, and Trinka's going to take it in the end boards. He gets bumped off and banged into the boards. Puck gets rotated from behind the line to the front. Good stop by Peterson there. Bouncing puck, deflected and shot towards him. Peterson able to body that one up and cover it with 4:22 remaining here in the second. So Rockridge starting to stretch that shots out. They're up to 16 shots to the Lightning 4, and still contain a 2-0 lead. Bentley in now for this face-off with Molesky and Pratish. Pratish pushing the puck carry at the point, carried down. McLaughlin on defense. Puck rotating up to the point. Bentley able to pick that up there. Hines with the puck. Hines to Pratish. Pratish trying to work his way around the Rockridge player, but unable to clear that. Bentley working with him. Puck comes up to the half wall. Molesky on defense here with McLaughlin. Puck goes far side. McLaughlin does a good job protecting it, but then ends up having it bounced off his stick and down deep. Molesky picking it up. Exit pass now to Hines up the near side. Hines going to try to carry this one in and around. Hines stepping around the player, still with the puck, takes a shot to the back. Hines working in the corner now with Pratish. Pratish to Molesky, and it jumps his stick, and the Lightning will have to regroup in the neutral zone. Molesky now to Pratish. Pratish going to carry in, get a shot that bounces towards the net where Bentley will come to it. Centering pass by Bentley to nobody. And Hines will try to hold this as his line mates change. Bronzell jumping on. Murda jumping on. So puck comes into the Lightning end. Puck pushed to the far half wall. Picked up by McLaughlin. McLaughlin going to try to carry it behind the net. Throws it up, but there's nobody where he threw it except the defense. Now there's Molesky. Molesky going to circle a little bit, try to get an exit. trying to hit Bronzell, gets past him. Bronzell pressuring, and Rock Ridge does the same thing, throws it the other way, and we're going to have icing. It got waved off, no icing. Where Molesky will pick that puck up, give it to Murda. Murda behind the net's going to rotate it up the half wall to Bronzell. Bronzell looking for an exit, gets it far side, and there's Ricola. Ricola going to try to push that and go. Rick still working into that edge, pulls it to a stop, kicking it forward, working along that goal line. Rick making a bunch of moves there through everybody. Rick still with the puck. Shot pushed to the side by the Tendy, and Rock Ridge will come back. Cross ice pass. Bronzell tries to knock it down. Olsen with the puck. Stops both the player and the puck, and then the puck is underneath the official. Now onto Olsen's stick. Quick pass to Ricola. Ricola looking to make a move here on the board. Has a puck taken off his stick. Murda stepping in. Ricola with the puck again. Pass tried to get to Murda. Puck lost off his stick. Swept to the side now by Ricola. There's Murda putting a body on and fighting down at that goal line. Rockridge coming out of there with the puck. Breaking it out. Coming forward. Center ice pass as they scoot across. Good save by Peterson. Another good save by Peterson. Olsen picks the puck up there, but the net was kicked off of its mooring, and we'll have a face-off probably to his left. So 1:16 remaining here in the period. Lightning trail 2-0. Yontis in for the face-off. I believe it's Martin and Rao as the forwards. Trinka and Mel's the defense. Puck trickles back towards the net. Trinka able to push it to the corner. Puck centering pass. Saved. Sitting still loose and out front, uncontrolled. Finally picked up by Martin. Martin going to try to get that out. Gets it onto Yontis' stick. Finally able to clear the zone, but turns it over right onto Rock Ridge. Shot coming. Ooh, off Peterson and the post. Pushed down again from the point behind the net. 49 seconds and rolling here in the second. Puck up onto Yontis' stick, but he's able to get it out of the zone. Martin going to pressure with Rao. Puck thrown in over Trinka's stick and into the end wall. Trinka tying up the puck carrier there behind the net, and Yontis going to bang into him as well. Now Mel's working on the end boards. Puck centering pass, shot high and over everything. Not sure if Trinka got a stick on it or not. Another shot into the belly of Peterson, and with 19.8 seconds remaining, we'll get another stop. Wesky in for this face-off. McLaughlin. Looks like Fort and Molesky and Wecheck, I believe. Puck tied up on the end boards. Finally trickles up the half wall. Wesky going to try to exit that one. Gets it to Wecheck. Wecheck to Wesky. 3 seconds. 3 seconds, and they're going to lose it. Yep, no time. So, all right, with that there, right, we'll have a stop. We will have ice being made. So be about a 15-minute break before we come back for the third and final period of this game. So at the end of 2, it's 2-0 Rock Ridge over Northern Lakes. 17 shots for Rock Ridge to the 5 for the Lightning. So we'll take that 15-minute break and we'll be back. All right, exam doors are getting closed right now. I see the Lightning boys standing in the tunnel waiting to come out. So 15 minutes again up on the clock here as the third period will start shortly. Lawson Sullivan will take over in the net for the Lightning here for this third period. Exactly what they're waiting for. Maybe they're trying to let the ice set up a little bit, but with everything so far behind, it seems a little counterintuitive to cut period lengths if you're not going to get them out on the ice. So, but either way, as we go, I think it's about 25 after 7. I believe that the next game had been scheduled after us at 7, and then one at 8:45. So they're probably going to be. Probably going to be running still about an hour behind or more. Well over an hour behind, actually, I guess, as we come to the next start of the next game. So, all right, finally opening the doors, and here comes Sully and the boys. So Sully and Wiechek lead the team out onto the ice. Hopefully they come with their shooting sticks here for the third period, as we've got a 2-goal deficit and quite a shot deficit now, as it's 17-5 in shots. So it'd be nice to see a few more getting through to the Rockridge Tendy. So. All right, I got to assume they're about ready to get started here, as they're going to shut the door. Although I think there's still an official off ice. Lawson Sullivan into the net. Forwards Bronzell, Murda, and Rikla. Defense Olson and Rochelle. Here comes the other stripes, and so now we are ready to get going. All right, and the puck is dropped. Still sitting in center. Rikla working with it, trying to get that, but Rockridge comes in. Olson with the stick there to poke that away. Bronzell pushing towards Murda. Murda going to race to that along the half wall. Picking it up here, looking to go. Centering pass. Rock Ridge player called for the centering pass there, and Murda laid it on his stick for him. So puck now coming up the half wall. Bronzell up to Olsen. Olsen has it almost has it lost off his stick. Olsen going to regroup, throw the puck down deep, and go for a change. So Murda in on the puck carrier. Murda puts him into the end boards. Rock Ridge coming out with the puck. Rick trying to get a stick on there and causes the turnover. Oh, off the skate of the defender and onto the tendy, laying loose. Murda tried to poke that one in, but covered up and held. So with 14-15 remaining, we'll have a face-off deep in the Lightning offensive zone. Yantis, Martin, and Rao in for the Lightning forwards. Trinka and Mel's the defensive pair. Puck dropped. Oh, Martin trying to get a backhand shot towards the net off of the face-off. Now on the half wall, Yantis picking it up, bringing it back towards the net, shooting near side and glove to the side. Rao picking that one up now. Rao takes a hit, shot blocked by the tendy up into the air, where Martin hustles down underneath, but Rockridge comes out with it. Yantis now pressuring him as the puck's lost in the feet of the official. Yantis now causing another turnover. Puck pushed to the corner for Rao. Rao trying to get that up to the point. Gets it to the point to Trinka. Trinka has it deflected off to the corner again. Yantis working there. That's a puck rotated back. Rao going to step in as Rockridge rotates. Rao able to stop that puck on the rotation behind the net. Rockridge sets and comes out. Lofting puck. Played with a... not played with the high stick. Mel's tries to get that out. Can't. Ends up taking the puck off the player's stick. It's tied up on the half wall, and Rockridge will carry it down deep. Mel skates through the stick. Puck pushed to the far half wall, rotated around, coming towards Yantis. Yantis on the puck, trying to get that one ahead, and gets it to Martin. Martin going to carry around the near side here. Martin going in, loses the puck there as he comes around behind the net. Martin bangs it off the end wall, making a couple of moves, trying to keep control of that puck. Finally gets tied up there, and the puck comes up to the point where McLaughlin fires a high shot on net, gloved down by the tendy. So I see Forts out there now with Molesky, Wiecek, and Wesky. So McLaughlin and Molesky, the defensive pair. Wesky in for this face-off. Pushes it towards the net. Tries to get a couple of shots off, but between him and Trey, they're unable to get one on net, and Rockridge ends up pushing it up the near side. Molesky there takes and shoves the player through the official into the boards. Shot on net and gloved down by Sullivan. Nice job by Sullivan there to get a glove on that one and stop the play. So with 12:23 remaining in the third, we'll have a face-off to his right. Puck won by Rockridge, pushed back. Oh, good job. Great job there by Fort. Fort's going to come down and look for a shot. Puts it on net. Rebound comes out onto Molesky. Molesky fires wide of the net. Fort still working it. Pushes it towards the half wall. Rockridge in control, though, and pushes it out. Picked up there by McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to get that to Wiecek. Wiecek's tied up there along the end. Molesky and Wiecek working on that side. Rockridge coming away with it. Oh, another block by Fort. Fort on the race now. Fort can go around. Here comes Rockridge the other way. And Sullivan will tip that puck. Up to Hines. Hines making a move, trying to get the puck towards the net, bouncing around in front. Pertiche with the backhand that's gloved down. Great backhand shot by Pertiche there. The Lightning are finally putting some pressure on. Hines doing a good job feeding that puck through the mess of bodies and getting it to where Pertiche could put a blade on it. So Bentley in now with Pertiche and Hines, the forwards. Olsen and Rochelle, the defense. Bentley wins the face-off to Pertiche. Cutting his feet up to Olsen. Olsen just going to throw it towards the net. Puck laying in front. Hines tries to backhand it on net. Puck still loose and swept into the corner where Bentley will pressure the puck carrier. Bentley and Hines working along that sideboard. Push towards the center. Brought around by Rock Ridge behind the net. Going to try to throw this up the center. They get it ahead. Well, Olsen able to put a stick on that, stop the puck, but Bentley carries it in. Olsen now with the puck there, able to get the puck out of the zone, and Rock Ridge is going to have to regroup here in neutral zone. Rock Ridge comes far near side to far side. Oh, good stick by Olsen to chip that one up and interrupt that passing play. Pertiche now with the puck. Pertiche coming forward. As he's being taken down, Pertiche able to get it to Bentley, but Bentley unable to control as the puck comes far side and bangs off of Rochelle's stick and in before Bentley can clear the zone, and the Lightning will be offsides here with 10:37 remaining in the third. So shots now 18-11, so the Lightning are tightening up that gap. Now it would be nice to see them tighten up the goal deficit as we're still find ourselves down 2-0. Murda in, wins this faceoff back to Trinka. Trinka, trying to go cross ice to Bronzell. Mel's able to put a stick on it and poke it away, but Rock Ridge is going to come in with it and dump it down deep. Mel's to pick it up in the corner, rotates it around for Trinka, gets through to him and to Rick. Rick trying to tip it to Trinka, but taken off the puck is Murda and Rick. Now Murda fighting at the blue line. Puck still lost at the blue line. Rick trying to push that one forward to Bronzell. Bronzell pressuring. Bronzell with the puck, trying to get it in on Rick's stick, but doesn't. But puck ends up in the feet. Bronzell with the centering pass up towards Trinka. Now Trinka gonna have it bounce off his stick as he skated by. Trinka does a good job getting back into the play though, and Rickla working on the goal line. Rick coming towards the net, backhand shot, knocked down and in, and in. Rick with second effort able to finish that one to bring this within one. Great pressure series by the Lightning there as they finally cut that deficit down to 1 goal here with 9:42 remaining in the third period. Line shifting around again. I see Yontis with Martin and Rao. Defensive pair, McLaughlin and Molesky. Yontis in for the faceoff. Ooh. Martin tries to skate in with that, skates over it. Kobe ends up carrying it in on the other side, loses an edge there on the half wall and has it come off his stick as a result. Puck comes cross ice, throwing it deep. McLaughlin going to pick it up there, backhands it off the boards, off the half wall, in the feet of Martin. Has good stick there by McLaughlin to push it off of the attacking player and to tie him up on the half wall. Puck now jumps over their stick. Martin putting pressure on. Martin and Yontis kind of flying all over right now. Yontis pushing him up on the boards where he meets Molesky there. And Martin at the half wall will tip it down deep. Puck lost behind the net where Molesky will pick it up. Molesky going to push forward. He's got some numbers if he can get through. Shot off the defender and in the net! And in the net! Off the defender, back on his stick and into the net to tie this thing up with 8:50 in the third. Finally seeing some spark out of the guys. They started to turn it up here in the third. Shots 18-13 and the score now knotted at 2. Wesky taking this draw with Wiechek and Fort. Puck dropped to the side. Olsen and Rochelle the defense. Wiechek pressuring. Puck sitting out in the neutral zone. Fort skating by, and Rock Ridge will carry it in on the far side. Rochelle going to pick that puck carrier up. Olsen looking for the cutter. Good job there by Wesky to step in underneath, interrupt that, but unable to clear the zone. Then Wesky picking off the pass. Wesky coming in with Fort. Makes a move into the middle, but unable to get a shot off. 4 Rock Ridge players behind their goal line there at one point, and they finally clear that puck up. Olsen trying to step in and pick that off, but loses the puck. Great stick by Rochelle to stop that rush, and then Fort will flip it up and into the player benches. So 8:04 now remaining here in the third period. Okay, we see the Bentley line out there now with Pratish and Hines. Rochelle trying to flip that puck over everybody, but it's knocked down. trickles onto the net. Sullivan pushes it to the side for Bentley. Bentley up to Pertiche. Pertiche going to push up the near side. He's got Hines on the far side. Pertiche coming in, takes a shot, throws one wide of the net where it's swept even wider. Hines picking it up, trying to rotate to the point. Puck gets passed around Rochelle. Olsen racing to try to beat the Rockridge player. Olsen gets to it. Rockridge player goes over him, and another one picks up the puck. Loose puck in front towards the net and wide. Rochelle going to pick the puck carrier up, and Bentley on the half wall. Pertiche there working with him. Rochelle stepping up to take the puck. Rochelle going to clear the zone with it to Bentley. Bentley going to try to carry that puck into the zone deep. Bentley and Hines working that puck as it gets down behind the goal line. Hines putting pressure on as it gets bounced far side. Jumps out. Mills throws that one offsides. Mills was trying to hit Bentley as he came out of the zone and just kind of missed him there. So with 7:03 remaining here in the period, we'll have a face-off out in the neutral zone. Murda, Bronzell, and Ricola in for the forwards. Mel's and Trinka the defense. Puck back to Trinka. Trinka tipping it forward for Ricola. Ricola trying to work around the Rockridge defender, and Murda steps in behind him and picks up that puck. Murda takes a shot in the chops there. Bronzell trying to center. Rockridge comes up the near boards. Cross ice pass. Trinka puts a stick on it, able to steer it wide of its intended position. Rockridge still in control of the puck. Puck shot wide of the net there. Rockridge and Trinko behind the net tying up. Off the skates of Bronzell and into Sullivan, who will put a glove on that and tie things up. So with 6:28 remaining here in the game, the Lightning will have a face-off deep in their defensive end. Score tied at 2. Murda in for this face-off. Puck drop, bounces around on the dot, and gets thrown out by Rockridge. Bronzell going to put pressure on them, force them to make a play. They're going to throw it off the wall and out. Ricola getting in the way of that. Rockridge coming in. Body there by Molesky to take him off the puck. Murda with the puck, trying to rotate that around to Ricola. Rick makes a move there with the puck. Rick looking for Bronzell, far side off of his skate. Picked up there by Molesky. Molesky going to carry it in on the near board. Gets banged into the half wall by 2 guys. And it gets picked up behind the net by Ricola. Ricola centering pass to Bronzell. Oh, and Bronzell whiffs on that one. And the Lightning find themselves going back on defense. Oh, good. They dump that puck down deep. And Molesky will work against the Rockridge player on the end boards. Yantis out there picks the puck out of the scrum. Hits Ricola on the half wall. Rick coming forward looking to carry this now. Rick comes in your side. Makes a little stop move, tries to get the shot off into the defender's shin pads. Oh, Yantis makes a shot, and then Rick follows up, but unable to put it into the net. Puck coming up to the point. Molesky working to hold that. Still trying to hold it. Rockridge able to push it out. We've got McLaughlin there in the way. Good stick by McLaughlin to keep that one out of the way. Yantis there with him. Puck comes up the half wall. Shot blocked high into the air by Sullivan. Rick gonna push this one now. He's got Martin with him. Oh, and they're gonna let it go. I thought that was offsides myself, but Rick carries it, dumps it down behind the net. Martin down there behind the net working. Martin picks that one up, trying to center to Yantis. Yantis and Martin again causing some trouble down in that space. Puck comes out, cross ice pass. Rao out there with Martin and Yantis. Skating across, good stick by Rao to get that one deflected up and over the top of everything. Puck gets rotated around. I see Rochelle now picking it up on the near side. Centering pass off Olsen's foot. Oh, dangerous there. Olsen's deflection almost goes into the net. Puck pushed down into the end wall. Rochelle going to pick him up on the backside there. Rochelle with the puck behind the net. Olsen stepping in front, centering pass. Oh, good job there by Martin to step in. Puck comes forward to Yantis. Yantis going to work to get this puck in and dumped it down. Rao going to put pressure on as the Lightning change behind him. Here comes Wiecek now into the play. Puck dumped around by Rockridge. Olsen with the stick there to keep that rush from happening, but Wesky able to pick it up now as it gets behind the end line. Wesky tipping it forward, chipped forward for him, and then returned the other way. Fort to Olsen, Olsen to Trinka. Trinka now carrying this one in. Trinka trying to get that puck down deep, has it taken off his stick, and Rockridge behind him. Oh, good job there by Wesky to hold the zone. Wiechek now working along that end wall. Coming up the half wall now. Rockridge, they come around. Wesky going to have to hustle back with Nels rotating it up. Trinka loses the puck there with Fort. Fort and Trinka put a body on him in the half wall. Fort comes out with it, tries to make a pass to Wiechek, and that puck slips through, and we're going to have an icing. So 2:43 remaining here in the game. 2:41 now remaining in the game as the clock finally stops, and we'll have a face-off down deep in the Lightning end. So shots a lot closer now, 20 for Rockridge and 13 for the Lightning. I see Bentley and Pratish and Hines with Mells and Trinka, the defensive pair. Face-off one back. Trinka in control, rotates it around to the half wall to Pratish. Pratish going to carry this up. He's trying to get that puck down deep. Gets it forward for Bentley. Bentley going to take it onto the end wall. Bentley looking for something. Tries to make a centering pass, but it clips off the side of the net. Hines pressuring on that side now with Bentley. Trinka stepping up to try to hold the zone. Puck onto Hines' stick, and then knocked off his stick last second. Bentley going to keep working in that corner now to Hines. Hines trying to make a move there and loses the puck. Bentley pushes it down to the corner, or out of the corner and into the end, and Rockridge will come back the other way. Trinka now working his way with the defense with Rockridge. Puck shot off the side of the net. Centering pass. Swept to the side there by Hines. Centered towards the front, picked off by Pratish. Pratish going to try to hit Hines off the wall. Hines is going to try to dump this down deep and make a change, but Rockridge is in control right away. Rockridge now will throw it deep, and Trinka will have to pick it up behind the net. Trinka up to Rick. Rick has it in his feet there. Murda out there with him. Puck to the point. Rotated. Shot from the other point on the body for Sullivan. Sullivan will knock it down and cover it up. And with 1:24 remaining in the game, we'll have a face-off to Sullivan's left. Like the spark we've seen here this third period, the Lightning come out. They've played a lot better hockey here than they did in the first two. A lot more scoring chances, a lot more effort. So a lot of fun to start seeing that come around. Murda in for the face-off. One back by Rockridge. Murda steps up, takes it off the shin, but unable to control. Rick trying to get it ahead to Bronzell. Bronzell trying to flip it back to Rick, and the puck ends up back on a Rockridge stick. We got Molesky putting his shoulder down and stopping the rush, where Bronzell will pick it up behind the net. Hunter now picking it up, taking it up, bangs it off the wall to Rick. Rick trying to get it ahead to Murda, but unable to. Murda going to pressure, causes a turnover there that just floats around in our offensive end, and then Rockridge will gain it and bring it back. Rockridge player skating around Molesky, takes it down deep. Centering pass. Oh, wide side now. Coming wide again. Puck in their feet. Pushed to the side there by Molesky. Molesky puts a hit on. Murda puts a hit on behind the net. And McLaughlin puts a little bang on over there. So Lightning getting a little bit physical too. Puck to the point. Shot pass. Puck loose. Murda picking it up behind the net. Rockridge over there. 22 seconds remaining. All good stick by Rick. We've got 18 seconds. Rick going to get a chance for a rush, but has it knocked off, where McLaughlin will pick that up. McLaughlin chipping it to Murda. Murda tries to chip it. Rockridge with the puck in control and loses it off of the end of his stick. Pushed onto the end balls by Bronzell. Shot deflected to the side. So, and there we have it, folks. Since this is a scrimmage, this will end as it is, right? 2-2. Lightning skate to a tie with Rockridge. So great third period. A nice job coming back and putting themselves back into position to tie this thing up. Tomorrow, I believe our game tomorrow is at 1. It's at the Fairgrounds Arena, and it should be against International Falls. That's if everything in my head is correct. So we'll see. I'll try to see if I can find a good spot to set up and shoot from there. It's a really hard arena to shoot footage from, and I don't know if I'll have good reception, but I will see what I can do. So hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow as the Lightning close out this weekend here up in Hibbing. So I don't know if you noticed it there, guys, but that's 19 skaters and 4 goaltenders there for Northern Lakes huddled up in the center. So not one player leaving the ice as the Lightning show their respects.